Hello there. This is Earl Bryant coming at you from the New York City suburbs of Long Island, and it is time once again for Pearls from Earl, where it is my mission to educate, edify, and encourage excellence in every area of your life. Today's Pearl is simply called Let Them Have Their Say. You heard me right. Let them have their say. In this day and age, everybody wants to be heard. Everybody wants to make their mark. Everybody wants to make their contribution. Everybody wants to be noticed. And the majority of people today believe that the best way to do all of those things is to do the majority of the talking, because they feel like no one can hear them unless they get their point across, and the only way to get their point across is to make sure that they speak first and they speak often. To paraphrase the saying, shoot first and ask questions later, they want to talk first and avoid all the questions entirely. They want to talk and talk and talk because they believe that they will make their mark by their much speaking. But ironically, the people today who make the greatest impact, the people today who command respect, the people today who have the most credibility and who get the most notice are the ones who know how to listen. They're the ones who know how to observe. They know how to look. When we heard this as kids, we didn't realize how profound it was. We heard the saying that God gives us 2 eyes, 2 ears, and only 1 mouth for one very specific reason. We are expected to use all 3 of those things in exactly that proportion. But most of us didn't quite get the memo. We think that the best way to learn and the best way to be in control of a conversation and a situation is to do the bulk of the talking. But sadly, most of us don't realize that the more we talk and the more we seek to control and dominate and dictate a conversation, the more we turn people off. We turn people away from us, and then we wonder why they don't want to have a conversation with us. Generally speaking, it is because they feel like they can't get in a word. Because if we do all the talking, when can they get a turn? They can't. So they're going to talk to someone that they feel like will give them space to say what they have to say. Now, I don't know if you've ever heard this saying about the 80-20 rule, also called the Pareto principle. It goes like this: 20% of the people do 80% of the work and get 80% of the results. But did you know that the 80-20 rule can apply to conversation and to building relationship? It's true. In the book, Selling You, which is distributed by the Napoleon Hill Foundation, based on many of his writings, chapter 6 of that book talks about the pleasing personality. And in that chapter, I found this. Super salesman Hank Schrisler says in his book, No Bull Selling, a salesman should talk 20% of the time and listen 80% of the time. And that 20% ought to be questions to get the customer talking more. The quickest way to establish rapport is to get the other guy talking about himself. The more you let me talk about myself, the better I like you, he says. The point very simply is this: 80% of the time, the conversation should be devoted to letting the other person talk. 20% of the time is you inviting the other person to talk about themselves. And the way that you get the other person to talk about themselves is to ask them questions. Open-ended questions. Or to use 6 simple letters, AQWFTA. Ask questions, wait for the answers. Because the more that you ask them open-ended questions, the more you invite them to talk. And they're going to talk about themselves. And eventually, as they talk about themselves, they're going to reveal to you their worries, their cares, their concerns, their problems, their pressures. They're going to give you their perspective. They're going to tell you what keeps them up at night. They're going to tell you what bothers them so much that they can't help thinking about it seemingly 24/7. And they're eventually going to reveal to you things that they would, quote, give anything to find a solution for. All this is going to happen as you invite them to talk. And you're going to find this. People will say to you, as they have said to me, I can be myself around you. I can talk to you about anything. I feel like I can just share whatever's on my mind with you. I like talking with you. I like talking to you. And you're going to find this. It is said that people do business with people, whether personally or professionally, that they know, like, and trust. Well, as you invite people to talk, you're going to turn that around. Because the more that they feel they can talk with you, the more they can trust you. The more they trust you, the more they like you. And the more they like you, the more they want to know you. And that is exactly how you're going to get people to talk to you. And as I said, the more they talk to you and the more they reveal themselves, the more they let their guard down. They're going to let you know what's on their mind and what's troubling them and what's bothering them and what they would give anything to find a solution for. And eventually, during your 20% of the conversation, as you're asking questions, you will be able to ask them if it's okay for you to offer them solutions that might help them to address whatever issue or problem is confronting them. And because you let them talk, and because they let their guard down, it is very possible that they're going to invite you to talk to them, and they're going to invite you to offer your solution. Not to solve the problem, but to offer a suggestion that might lead to a solution that can help them. And you can add value to their lives, and they're going to appreciate you a whole lot more when you do that. So trust me when I tell you, apply the 80-20 rule to your conversations. You will get 80% of the results because you did 20% of the talking. And your part of the conversation involved questions where you invited other people to talk, and you made conversation, and you made connection, and you built a friendship because you built a relationship based on knowing, liking, and trusting. So at the end of the day, you want them to have their say, because that's the way you're going to make the greatest impact. And that is your pearl from Earl. It has been my privilege and my honor to share this with you. I hope that you got some value from it. And if you did, give me a like or a thumbs up. And don't be stingy. Please share this video with people you believe can benefit from this information. And also do me the honor of subscribing to my channel so that you can receive additional content along these lines, because I love I love adding value to people's lives and providing solutions that can help them. Now, this is one such strategy that I have learned from a group of people that I have come to know, like, and trust in recent months, because they have helped me to become my best self, and they have offered me solutions to different challenges that I have faced in my life, which I have found most beneficial. If you would like to be acquainted with and be introduced to these people, then I invite you to click on the link that I have put below this video so that you can meet them for yourself and find out what they have to offer and see if the solutions that they provide are a good fit for you. In fact, you will have the opportunity to check them out for 10 days, give them a test drive, a trial run for only $10. And you get an opportunity to see firsthand the solutions that they offer and the strategies that they can pass along that might be able to help you in your personal and your professional life. And if what they have to offer isn't quite your cup of tea, before the 10 days are up, you can just ask for a refund of your money, and you get your $10 back, no questions asked. But at the very least, you'll have the opportunity to meet a group of people that can help you to learn how to connect with others and to be a good conversationalist and to command respect and authority and gain credibility in the process. As I said earlier, this has been another Pearl from Earl. It has been my honor and my privilege to share this with you, and I hope you got some value from it that you can share with others. And until the next time, when we gather around for another Pearl from Earl, this is Earl Bryant signing off from the New York City suburbs of Long Island, saying I hope to see you again right back out there. You take care and be well, and make it a great day. Bye for now.